Good day, I am Micah Gajelomo, and I'll be reporting Mr. Kabangbang's report. Child find through a pre-referral process. The purpose of pre-referral process ensures modifications and accommodations for students who have difficulties in learning based on their disabilities and needs, and to create ways to help the student in their education. So the main purpose of pre-referral process is to accommodate those students who have difficulties in learnings. And through pre-referral process, students can overcome their difficulties in learning based on their disabilities and needs. And it also helps educators uses problem-solving team to find an effective teaching strategies that would work for struggling students. So, in pre-referral process, it also helped the educators to solve or to use problem solving to find which strategies would be good for students who are struggling in their education. So the pre-referral process has 6 stages. So although school might call their pre-referral teams by different names or outline somewhat different procedures for those teams to follow. So the referral process itself can typically be divided into 6 stages. So first, initial concern regarding a student's progress. Second, information gathering. Third, information sharing and team discussion. Fourth, discussion of possible strategies. Fifth, implementation and monitoring of strategies. And sixth, evaluation and decision making. In pre-referral strategies, schools are developing a team approach to work through problems to prevent referrals. So we have RIT, or the Researcher Intervention Team. So its purpose in team members is to work together to identify a child's learning strength and needs, put strategies into action, and evaluate the impact of interventions so the child can succeed in the general education classroom. So at a team meeting, its purpose is a child's strength, interest, and talents are described. Reasons for referral are listed, including behavior and academic achievement. Interventions previously tried are discussed, and if any success has been achieved, or interventions may include accommodations, modifications, and behavior plans to try at home and in classrooms. Interventions are shared to address immediate concerns. Interventions are carried out. And last is strategies are evaluated to see what works. So in pre-referral process, we have benefits that we get in it. So the benefits that we can get in pre-referral process is it provides a forum for teachers and other team members, including parents, to discuss how to meet students' needs. And also it empowers general education teachers with a variety of strategies to better serve diverse learners. So if we have benefits, we also have goals. So the goals of pre-referral process is to help teachers find effective teaching strategies for use with students who exhibit academic or behavioral difficulties. Before ending Mr. Kabangbang's report, I would like to insert the principles of assessment because I forgot to put this in my video. So there are 9 principles of assessment. Principle number 1, assessment should be valid. It is to ensure that assessment tasks and associated criteria effectively measure student attainment of the intended learning outcomes at the appropriate level. Principle number 2, assessment should be reliable and consistent. This requires clear and consistent process for the setting, marking, grading, and moderation of assignments. Principle number 3, information about assessment should be explicit, accessible, and transparent. Clear, accurate, consistent, and timely information on assessment tasks and procedures should be made available to students. Principle number 4, assessment should be inclusive and equitable to ensure that tasks and procedures do not disadvantage any group or individual. Principle number 5, assessment should be an integral part of program design and should relate directly to the program aims and learning outcomes. To ensure that students have the opportunity to develop a range of generic skills and capabilities. Principle number 6, the amount of obsessed work should be manageable. It should provide a reliable and valid profile achievement without overloading staff or students. Principle number 7, formative and summative assessment should be included in each program to ensure that the purposes of assessments are adequately addressed. Principle number 8, timely feedback that promotes learning and facilitates improvement should be an integral part of the assessment process. Students are entitled to feedback on submitted formative assessment tasks and on summative tasks where appropriate, and also the nature, extent, and timing of feedback for each assessment task should be made clear to students in advance. And last, principle number 9, staff development policy and strategy should include assessment. All those involved in the assessment of student must be competent to undertake the roles and responsibilities. So that's all, and thank you.